Hello. For this presentation, I'll be looking back at the first essay assignment for this class, the summary and response essay. I chose to do the essay at 1 because I thought it was more interesting than the other 2 essays, and as the first essay I had to do for college as well as the longest essay I had to do so far for any academic purpose. The topic of my essay was artificial intelligence, and if we should consider if an artificial intelligence deserves or needs human rights. The article I chose to do my research on was Human Rights and Artificial Intelligence, an Urgently Needed Agenda, which was written by Matthias Rees. Matthias Rees is a human rights, philosophy, and global affairs professor at Harvard. In the article, he brings up the idea that artificial intelligence may advance to the point of almost being human or something more than that. He claims that this brings necessity towards questioning whether artificial intelligence deserves human rights or not, and whether we should begin considering now as opposed to later if they deserve these human rights so it doesn't become a problem in the future. Different points Rees makes include how artificial intelligence will value humans compared to other objects or animals. We don't know if AI will value people as simply as a number or resource, or whether AI will even be able to see us with a sense of morals. Another point he brought up was that we may not know what the AI thinks is more valuable than humans, such as paper clips or something very obscure or some mundane object. An example I used in my essay is from the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, in which an alien race created this AI to determine the answer to life, the universe, and everything, and it responded with the number 42, which everyone in the movie was like, what the heck? Another claim he made was that the AI has the possibility to change industries. This could include taking away job opportunities, or it could affect what is sold on the market. It could take away jobs just by automating certain certain jobs that people aren't needed for, and businesses will take that instead of having to pay workers. And it also will most likely increase efficiency of the product being made. It could affect the market because it will help sellers and different businesses determine what is best to sell on the market at that point in time, and will sort of lock certain products out that just aren't selling well anymore. This also relates back to how AI could possibly see people as just numbers as opposed to individuals, because they really only see people in terms of like an economy standpoint as just people, like as a single person buying their product, as opposed to, an individual with life. I do not consider the need to determine whether artificial intelligence should have human rights or not to be necessary, at least currently. In the present, I don't think we have a firm grasp of the different possibilities of AI technology. Those making artificial intelligence are not dumb people. They are very smart to be able to make a computer that can basically simulate how a human thinks, and possibly maybe feelings at some point. But I don't think they're dumb enough to not include a safeguard or restriction in place in case of some emergency that we see in all these sci-fi films such as The Matrix or something like that. Again, I don't think Rees's claim that we should begin considering if AI should have human rights is wrong. I just believe it's too early to actually come up with an answer, at least right now. Maybe in the future we could, as we get closer to having like much better AI technology than we do now, or just something closer to actually having an almost human artificial intelligence. For a first college essay, I actually kind of enjoyed this one, and I typically do not like writing assignments, especially high school ones. The topic was something that interested me, and that it was closely related to my major, which is computer science. And I was also we were able to select what our topic was, as opposed to being forced onto a certain topic, such as in high school writing assignments. It was the longest writing assignment I've had up to this point, but I think I probably could have had enough content extra to write maybe another page or page and a half. Something very helpful to me during the writing of my essay was the They Say, I Say, specifically chapters 2 and 3, which were about summarizing and quoting. And specifically the summarizing one, It included like small templates and keywords we could use to bring the author's claim into our own essay. A difficulty I had was I could not tell if he was stating why artificial intelligence do need human rights or whether we should start considering if they need human rights. I chose the latter because bits of his essay seemed to lean more that way. I also had trouble making sure I wasn't sounding too argumentative in my writing. I didn't want to come out as me just completely saying that Rees was just wrong. I just don't think it is a current problem we really need to deal with. Well, that's about it.